around 100 individual communications, both in letter format, in leaflet format, on screens in workplaces, on every way you could think of communicating. They've even used the handheld devices that are there to sort of tell where postal workers are on their delivery, putting out their propaganda. And our members have massively rejected their direction, their messages, and they've backed the union in a fantastic way. And I do think that the public will understand that as well. I think the public will give us big support, and we want to make sure that we engage with the public during this dispute as it sort of moves forward.
It's not like the old days, is it? The industrial disputes of the old days where, you know, the idea of self-interest and that there were guys at the top of the unions who were just sorting out themselves and exposing, you know, trying to wield power. This is something different, isn't it?
It's very different. It's very grassroots-led. You've probably heard me and others, my take on the rise of Jeremy Corbyn, if you like, within the Labour Party, is that he committed to delivering a new kind of politics. I think what we're trying to do is to deliver a new kind of trade unionism that is based on really connecting with your members. And we have run, there's no two ways about it, we've run a great campaign. We've done the best of the old traditional face-to-face meetings, but we've combined that with some fantastic stuff on social media. And I'll tell you what, that's really powerful. You know, when you get
Tell us about it.
images.
You're live, by the way, on the People's Assembly Facebook page.
All right, good stuff. People's Assembly, by the way, great organisation, proud to support them as well. And you've done a fantastic job for the last few years in raising awareness of how unfair society is at the moment. But you know what we've done, we've combined those face-to-face meetings. And there was one particular day where I think it just took off to a level that we'd never seen before, which is when we called it National Gate Meeting Day. And around the country we invited every rep. Remember that our union has got local representatives, that's the structure that we want to maintain, we want to build on. And we invited them to bring the workers out of their workplace and hold a meeting and show visually with leaflets that we'd sent that they were supporting the union. And as I said in that press conference, we've got something like 1,500 locations, offices across the UK. We counted up 1,200 separate images, and that can half give you confidence, and it gives other workers confidence to see their fellow workers in every part of the UK participating and engaging in a different way was so good. And it gave us confidence that we knew we had the backing of the membership.
Fantastic. I can see that guys are gathering. If I could just ask you one last thing. Obviously, we're People's Assembly, we're all about anti-austerity, we're all about getting rid of the Tories and fighting against the cuts. How do you think...
I wouldn't have noticed that.
Double XL, brother. How do you think this informs that fight against the Tories and against austerity?
Well, look, this is obviously, first and foremost, it's about our members in Royal Mail. It's about the dispute that we want to, win. We want to get a deal that secures the future of our members' jobs, their pensions, but also the service. But clearly, it will give confidence to other workers. When you get these levels of engagement, it must give confidence to other workers. And you know that I've been pushing particularly, separate from this dispute, but in a way connected to it. My line has been for a long time now that I think we need to make the world of work the number one political issue in the UK. And I say that because whenever I've spoken at some of your meetings, your rallies, whenever I speak at any rally, I use a phrase where I say, I can't remember a time where workers have been under so much pressure to work harder, faster, for less. And you know what, when people, these big rallies and people looking back at you, everyone's nodding in agreement, whether you work in the NHS, you're a postal worker, the fire brigade, whatever job you do, public or private, it's the same story. So I do think it's time we set out a very clear position at the TUC this year, which I think got a lot of traction, and we're going to push that forward as well, for workers to come together. It's time for us to end in-work poverty, to end insecure employment and get everybody fighting for a new deal for workers in this country.
Superb. Thank you very much indeed, Dave. That's brilliant. They can't last long with this sort of support and this kind of attitude, these kind of numbers. How long can they stand against you? Fantastic.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what the company's response is, but we've never been more determined. It's not going to be an easy dispute. We've set a very positive agenda, so we'll have to see how that goes, but we're up for it.
Thanks very much.
And the members are more important.
Brilliant. Thank you.